Today, our verse is Romans chapter 14, verse 10. Why do you pass judgment on your brother? Or you, why do you despise your brother? For we will all stand before the judgment seat of God. Here we have another verse centered on Jesus' teaching in the gospel. Jesus says, "Do not judge so that you will not be judged. For in the way you judge, you will be judged, and by your standard of measure, it will be measured to you." Matthew chapter 7, 1-2, and also read Luke chapter 6, verse 37. The immediate context of our verse today is that of the weak and the strong in faith. The weak in faith are probably Jewish Christians who continued to observe the food laws and holy days, while the strong in faith are likely Gentiles or more mature believers who have embraced the Christian liberty taught by Christ, freedom from such ritual practices. Paul issues a strong directive to all believers. Let us unpack the verse. Do not pass judgment on your brother. The Greek word krineis means to decide, distinguish, condemn, or form an opinion. In this context, krineis clearly refers to condemning others. The word brother here refers to a fellow believer, man or woman, a member of the Christian community. The second part of the verse says, "Why do you despise your brother?" The word exoutenes from the verb exouteneo means to despise, treat as nothing, look down on, or reject with contempt. Looking down on someone or treating them with contempt means seeing them as nobodies, as less human, or simply disregarding their presence or worth. Then the last part of the verse says, "For we will all stand before the judgment seat of God." The word bema refers to a raised platform for legal judgment used by Roman magistrates. So the bema of God refers to the judgment seat of God at the end of time, where we stand before his throne at the conclusion, at the end of our lives. Paul invites both the weak and the strong in the community not to pass judgment or condemnation on each other. Neither group should look down on the other, because no one is superior. Everyone will answer to God. The ultimate authority belongs to God alone. He alone is the righteous judge. Therefore, every diversity within the community can coexist, because Christ knows that some are weak and some are strong. Yet he calls everyone to be tolerant with one another. This verse reminds us of Jesus' teaching. The standard you use will be the standard used for you. Matthew 7 verse 2, and also Luke chapter 6, 37-38. When we judge others, we invite judgment upon ourselves. When we condemn others, we too will be condemned. But when we pardon others, we will also receive pardon. It also recalls the parable of the Pharisee and the tax collector in the temple. The Pharisee saw himself as superior and looked down on the tax collector. Yet in the end, Jesus said that the tax collector went home justified before God. Sometimes we may see ourselves as more righteous or holier than others, but that very feeling may be pride itself. Lord, free us from the spirit of judgmentalism and condemnation. Teach us to treat others with love, respect, and understanding. Amen. God bless you. Have a wonderful day.